welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Just thank you. Today I'm going to be talking about a little bit of a controversial topic, that is posting nudes on Instagram. I do it. Why do I do it? I get a lot of DMs and sometimes angry comments about my naked pictures or my half-naked pictures on Instagram. It definitely has become a lot more of a trend this year with a bunch of celebs or whatever posting nudes, and I'll insert some of those here. I think Justin Bieber posted one, obviously Kim Kardashian posted one. It was controversial, you know, she's a mother of two. People were saying, your kids must be so embarrassed, all this bullshit. Okay, I personally support it and love it so much. I like that women are taking control of how their bodies are portrayed and they are loving themselves and just feeling confident being naked. And there's so many amazing body positive accounts on Instagram, women showing their stretch marks or their cellulite or their discoloration on their skin or just their body hair, and I love that so much. It's just making the human body seem so natural and representing it for how it actually looks, unlike, you know, advertisements and super famous Instagram models who Photoshop their photos and retouch everything and look perfect. I think that the average person is taking control of that and showing their bodies how they really are and setting some more realistic beauty standards. That being said, the negative side is that there are people who will post pictures of themselves, their nudes, and they will also Facetune them, they'll also Photoshop them, and just add to that like societal pressure and unrealistic beauty standards. And that makes me really sad. I know there are like some vegan YouTubers who do that, and I'm just like, come on girl, like you are so beautiful and you don't need to fall into that. I understand that it's like really hard to feel okay and good enough, and you want to just, part of you wants to be in this ideal like body type and be the prototype, but I just think that that really sets us back when we're face-tuning our photos or editing out different flaws. And anyways, I have seen a lot of really real bodies on Instagram lately, and it makes me really happy. I know that the people posting them aren't doing it for validation, they're just doing it to share what their body actually looks like, and I think that's really powerful and important, and that's kind of why I do it. So the reason I post nudes is for artistic value. I think that the human body is so beautiful, and I'm also a nudist, and I like to spread my beliefs on that, nudism and just being naked in the forest and outside. It makes me really happy. I'm a nudist because it feels natural, it feels liberating, and it also gets rid of this barrier that, or this label or identification that we all fall into because of society. Just like what we wear, we choose our style and we can identify ourselves as a certain thing. We're edgy, we're boho, we're emo, we're goth, we're like girly, whatever it is, we wear clothes and that is a way that we identify ourselves or label ourselves or decide this is who we are. So when I'm naked in the woods, it's great because I'm just completely stripped of that and I am in my most natural form. I'm a human being and I'm an animal and I'm barefoot on the ground and I'm with other people, other women who also feel the same way, and it's just like, it brings us back to our roots. It's really grounding because it just reminds us that, oh, we're just like humans, and then we get all these like material items and it just confuses us. But being naked alone or with other people in the woods, it's like eye-opening, it is enlightening, it feels natural and it feels right, and it feels so good when the sun is just beaming on your bare skin. I know in other countries it's way more natural just to be naked all the time, to be like tanning naked. I went to Mexico, I went to Europe, and women were just tanning completely naked and it wasn't a big deal. Guys weren't like staring at them and like being creepy. I know that that could never happen in certain parts of the US, but I really find that so admirable and beautiful and so natural, and it made me so happy seeing that. It's just what I really enjoy doing. So that's, I guess, the main reason why I post nudes on Instagram. I haven't posted many recently because it's been really cold and I haven't been, you know, naked outside. And I will probably be walking around naked in the forest when I'm 60 years old, and who knows, I'll probably take some pictures of myself then. It's not about validation at all. And another negative side is that I think some girls see other women posting these photos and think, oh, I'm going to post this photo of myself and get likes, and then people start to rely on the likes and what people say back to give them confidence. So it can become like a negative thing in that regard. But for the most part, if you're just confident about your body and you just want to share that and share your true, unphotoshopped, beautiful individual self, then it is incredible, and I think that it's a really positive thing for all women. Instagram recently kind of redefined their guidelines, or I guess spoke out and made a statement about them, and they now allow breastfeeding women to be on Instagram, like photos of a woman breastfeeding, photos of women's nipples in sculptures and like paintings and stuff like that. I am so happy about that. I've seen so many videos on YouTube about mothers breastfeeding and guys just getting so angry and disgusted by it, and that is mind-blowing because women's breasts are constantly sexualized, constantly objectified, constantly used to sell products, and when they're actually carrying out their real purpose, they're shamed for that. Like, I think that's completely absurd, and so I'm really glad that Instagram is allowing that so that guys can see women breastfeeding as they were probably once breastfed and realize that that's normal and that's the reason that women have breasts and nipples. Yeah, and that leads me into my next thing, is I also think it's very positive to see like women's news on Instagram, because it's women taking their bodies into their own hands, and it's not some model on a set being told what to do with her body. It's just a girl liking the way she looks and taking a picture of it and doing it because she wants to. It's not to sell a product, it's not to, I don't know, gain any kind of monetary benefit. It's just for pure, I think, love and confidence. No matter what, a woman's body, I feel like in this day and age, is still very much objectified, and I'm not just going to like not post pictures of myself because I'm afraid of what some guy's gonna say. Like, I'm gonna post pictures of myself, and if a guy says something rude or disgusting, then I'm gonna tell him, do you not have respect for women? Like, think about your mom when she was my age. Like, would you want someone saying this to her? It's none of their business, and my body isn't their property, basically, and I can do whatever the hell I want with my body. I don't know why, like, guys just get so angry when women, not all guys, but guys in the past or in my life have just gotten so angry when I've posted a picture of myself like that, because they think that they have some authority over it, or that they can decide for me if I respect myself. Like, just because I post that photo, that has nothing to do with whether or not I respect myself, and that is my personal choice. And I'm getting heated right now, but people have different ways of respecting themselves. For me, I think that I should be able to show my body, and it shouldn't be sexualized, and people shouldn't try and attack me and follow me down dark alleyways and whatever, which is the society we live in, and that happens. But for me, I feel confident and liberated when I do show my body, and I don't show fear over what the male gaze or the male presence is gonna think. And for other women, and especially in other cultures, they will completely cover themselves from head to toe, and they find that liberating, and I completely understand that too. So just really whatever you want to do, you can do that, and you shouldn't be slut-shamed. Not everything has to have like a political agenda. Just do what makes you feel good and what makes you feel comfortable. There's also the Free the Nipple movement, which is a big reason why in this past year, I think a lot of women have been posting nudes as well, with like teeny tiny little sparkly emojis over their nipples. I got someone commenting saying, guys aren't walking around showing their penises, like why do you think it's okay to like show your boobs and to just be covering them with your hands? And the thing is, I'm not showing my vagina. Like, I don't want to see a guy's penis. I'm not showing my vagina. Like, it's a completely different thing. We both have nipples, and our nipples are constantly, like I said, being sexualized and used for some other agenda. And so I think that it really should be shown that nipples are just nipples. Nipples are meant to feed babies. Nipples are natural, and we both have them, and maybe if they weren't so sexualized in the media, then it would be not a big deal. And so that's why I want to push that kind of message. I've also seen a lot of mothers posting their stretch marks and things like that, which makes me so happy and just creates a safe space for women to feel okay with their bodies, and I absolutely love that. I know my body's gonna change, and I know things are gonna sag or get a little bit looser or whatever, but I will still post nude photos because I am confident about myself and more so who I am as a person. this body is only like a fleeting thing, and I'm not going to be like stuck in this idea that, oh my god, it's gonna change, I have to hold on to my youth, I have to worry about it and put a bunch of creams all over my face and my body every night and stress about it. We're all dying. We're all dying, just at different paces. I'm not scared by the fact that we're all gonna die. It's just like, it literally always puts things into perspective for me, because I'm like, we have to just do whatever we feel is right for ourselves and enlighten each other and share our thoughts and bring each other up, and that's what I'm gonna do, you know? Do whatever you want. You can cover up if that's what makes you feel empowered, or you can not cover up if that's what makes you feel empowered. I feel like people get so angry when women post nudes and say, oh, you're seeking validation. But we do that in every single photo we post. Like, we do that in photos of our face or our bodies or what we're doing and in life in general. So many people are seeking validation, and so people will project their own fears onto you or their own ideas onto you just because of, you know, the photos that you posted. I'm speaking from my own experience. We all seek validation at times and we all want to be accepted. But either way, I want you to know that your physical beauty is nothing compared to your spiritual beauty, and that is what really matters. And I want you to surround yourself and follow people on Instagram who believe that and see it that way as well. So many models on Instagram Photoshop their photos, and it makes me so annoyed because a lot of times, like, the average person can't tell. I'm really good at being able to tell when certain photos are photoshopped because my ex was really into photography and he just taught me about that. So like, I am such a sleuth when it comes to that. I'm like, that's shopped, and I get so annoyed because so many girls see that and then they feel bad about themselves. And that's the same thing for Tumblr. Like, so many photos on Tumblr are shopped and people are setting unrealistic beauty standards. Can you just imagine a society where all the women were confident and accepted and loved themselves? Like, it would be so much more peaceful, and I feel like the whole energy of the world would be completely different if women all, like, were completely confident in themselves and didn't care about what they looked like, you know? Holy crap, I can't. I mean, that'd be incredible. So that is it for today. I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts. Someone asked me to do a video on this, and someone asked my thoughts on slut shaming. I don't really have much to say other than the fact that it's stupid, and don't listen to people who slut shame you, because your appearance does not determine your consent. Your appearance does not determine your sexual activity. I mean, I've been celibate for like 5 months or something like that, and I still get called a slut because of nudes that I posted like weeks and weeks or months ago. And if you want to be called a hoe and you want to reclaim that word and give it your own meaning, and by all means do that. I think that's great too. I love women just calling themselves hoes and not giving it power, not letting other people have power over them with that. If you know what I mean, I don't really know how to explain it. I think that's really awesome. Some girls, like, they just like that. They just like that lifestyle, and I support it too. If you want to be a hoe, be a hoe. If you want to label yourself as a hoe, then congrats. I feel like that's also very liberating too, to just be like, yeah, I love sex, and to be sex positive. I feel I'm that way as well. Even though I'm abstaining from sex, I just feel like if you want to have sex, then freaking do it, and just be spiritually and physically safe, you know, and protected. The whole purpose of this video, do what you want. Don't care what other people think about you because they don't know you, and you just gotta follow your own dharma and what feels right for you, man. Just tune into that, your own beliefs and energy, and, you know, maybe ask yourself what your beliefs are. And this is a rambly video, like all of my videos, but I hope you liked it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!